morning, travelers. But no witching hour has once more begun. We are back in Timberborn. It's been quite a while. Hello, Rosabelle. I see that hydrate. Good grief. Not even before the Shimaker star and you hitting the button. Not that I hate that. Anyways, this is going to be a little different for Timberborn. Normally I play with a bunch of mods. A lot of these are UOL stuff, parameter tweaks. But because next week we'll be playing with Derp, and I'm going to assume that we're going to be playing vanilla. I don't want to burden Derp with having to deal with all the mods. We are just going to do vanilla, normal difficulty, no difficulty tweaks. And I just need to remember how this goes. So, I mean, it would be really bad if I didn't know what I was doing when come next week, huh? Anyways, so, new game, easiest settings, kind of for easing people in. I'm gonna go with Folktales. Not as difficult. Their early game is a little bit more, not fluid. Straightforward. It's hard to really mess up. But, of course, their issues kind of stack up later. Not like the Iron Teeth don't have issues that stack up later, but Folktales kind of have a hard time ramping up, material production. We are going to actually do the Waterfalls map. As cool as Lanes is, Lakes and Plains these are the, recommended maps for beginners. It's still an overwhelmingly huge map. And while I have the symbol that says I did beat it, albeit with just Iron Teeth, yeah, Wonder completed with Iron Teeth, I barely used maybe only a fourth of the map. Maybe a third if you want to be generous. And yeah, probably a third of the map. So, kind of to get the better experience, we're going to work on the 128 by 128. In fact, hold on. Yeah. That's how large this map was, Fertile Valley, and I've been able to completely use up Fertile Valley. It's actually a very, very easy map. So we're going to start with Waterfalls. I'll talk about the map features as soon as we get in. Normal. Well, we can either do easy or normal. I'll leave it up to Dirk, but I'm definitely not throwing him into hard. Okay, let's load in. Anyways, how has everyone been? I know that we do have people watching, but if you'd like to tell me how you've been, be glad to hear it. Frankly, on my end, my work has currently been... Wait. The longer you stare at the task I've been working on, the worse it gets. Like, every time I do something, I find out that something else is just inadequate or done wrong and have to redo a huge amount. So it's just mess up. Let's call this training scenario. Okay. So, easiest thing to note is you have only one water source here, which kind of limits you, if you're trying to go for hydropower, and you split this area up, you're actually halving the amount of hydropower you're getting unless you are also putting in water wheels through this channel right here. And getting to here is still going to be a challenge, especially because the last update put, let's see. Right, dynamite requires metal. And metal got pushed back all the way. Metal got pushed back to... Oh, that's not too bad. Wait, no. That's right, dynamite is made from bad water. The issue is that you aren't able to harness bad water until... metal. Huh. And what was the issue that I had earlier? They did move the dirt excavator up. Oh, that's weird. Dirt excavator is near the end of the tech tree, basically. With the treated plants being the most complex thing that you have. But yeah, dirt excavator is kind of really late. I think what they did was they removed the extract requirement, which kind of reduces the need for extract on. I mean, it frees up your bad water resources a lot. This is a new thing that was added right here. So you have a mine here, which is remarkable because I think there was only one mine here. So the original strategy for this map would be, okay, even before bad water, it was simply to get across as quickly as possible. If you can, knock open this channel and get this entire area flooded, that you can have this huge flat land for agriculture. It is great. And then, while you can pick up the ruins here for metal, and here as well, you're eventually going to want to get to the mine. That becomes your last source of metal once everything is exhausted. Now, update 7 added the underground ruins here and the ability to actually have things under here. Yeah, so there's ruins under the waterfall now. Update 6 before that added these bad water sources, and there's 2 of them. Now, bad water is kind of a double-edged sword, because... And the thing is, only folktales can only use it for, I believe, extract and explosives. Unlike the Iron Teas, who kind of... Well, no, the Achis have the same kind of products, but the thing with the Iron Teas is that late in their tech tree, where is it? Their special bad water building is actually it allows them to have the bad water sources be active even during a drought. So a drought will actually turn off all water sources, be it good or bad. But INTs can force the bad water to remain on, and thus they have a steady supply of hydropower. So, very easily, if I was playing IRMTs, I could simply create an aqueduct from this height, have it run through the entirety of this tunnel, and yeah, it's almost their straight shot in here, and just dump all the bad water out. And then I can knock open this channel and flood this area with good water, and pretty much hydrate the entire map while still having hydropower. So the problem is the folktales kind of actually want to shut it off. So Badwater Rig will still operate during drought, but you lose that as a hydro source, the hydropower source. The Now, the other thing that the folktales have then is the windmills. And it's quote-unquote free energy, but the placement requirements are really annoying. It looks like it only occupies one tile, but in fact, it's a 3x3, which gets annoying. And the thing is, these windmills aren't always on. You're forced to run the gravity batteries as a way to have energy, have power, while the windmills aren't working, and then hopefully the windmills give you a power surplus to charge the batteries back up. Now, the trouble with the gravity batteries is, you want it to be as high up as possible, and this is not quite a high map. Or there aren't a lot of deep drops. You're probably going to have to, I'm probably going to have to make a deep drop for it. Anyways, let's get started. I kind of want to hold off on using the pine here. Actually, no. The first priority is these dead trees right here. They're not gonna grow. May as well cut them out. That's free lumber. And that's, yeah. Our first priority, we have food, which is good. Our first priority is going to actually be water. So, kind of want to put, where do I want the water pump? Now, it's really tempting to put it here. However, you're going to want to have the water wheel there. So the thing with the water wheel is, the more straight and just controlled your flow is, the better. So, I mean, I could easily even this area out here and out here. So I would put my water pump probably a little high up here. Actually, the first thing that should be going down is lumberjack flag. Let's see. Do I want to be able to... We can put those right there. And I may immediately mess up. Normally, in other playthroughs, in modern playthroughs, I'd actually start putting down storage, but we don't have the time for it. We don't have the instant build. So we're going to have to go without storage for a little bit. In starting off, we don't have a lot of workspaces at the moment. So it's good to start off your district center with 4. And then you can reduce the district center as needed. Right. Now, the other thing that you really want to do... Oh gosh, this feels like a trap. It's really tempting to put the farm, like, right here, against this water line. But you're going to have to put, once you get the power rolling in, that's where you're going to have to put your manufactory. So you can't put the farm here, is you need this space for manufacturing. It has to go around here, or it should go around here. Let's actually change the passing. This. There we go. Prioritize this numbers, this site. You do need someone manning this here. This becomes the second priority with a high workplace. I'm pretty sure I don't have a mod for this. Don't know. This is vanilla now, because if you're pumping into a reservoir or you're transferring water into a reservoir, you might want to not keep pumping out, because you may want to be using that for irrigation, and you may have a channel for irrigation, and you don't want to overpump or take too much water out. So this is where you would limit the distance that you are pumping. We do have berries here, and this is kind of... Yeah, you want berries. It's fine to forage early on. You only have 130 here. That's kind of important. I think we don't need the farm immediately. As we have the berries, that means we can actually do a small water tank right about here. I know it's super tempting to put it, like right here, but again, you have to be mindful that you're going to be filling up this area very fast and you're not going to have the space for it. And while you don't get all the materials back if you deconstruct, just factor it in. Consider the materials recovered, a bonus, instead of, relying on it so heavily. So we want to put water storage right here. And I'll do 2 water storages here. So once we have 8 adults. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. So we can start off with this distribution of work right here. Housing is not as super critical, but you're going to want it anyways because any improvement to their quality of life is a shockingly substantial boost. And I totally forgot. It, there's someone who's unemployed. Okay, so let's do this. Going to put these 2 here, and we're going to shift 2 into the lumber. Yeah, I didn't realize it's actually a malice now. It probably was always a malice. So, housing, you kind of want to put away from everything else, but not too far from the workplace. I believe it's 3. Only 3? This you can put as priority. And let's speed things up a bit. Hey, prioritize this, please. Alright, we now have all of those. Now we have water incoming. At least we have the ability to get water by tomorrow. And I don't have a lot of resources at the moment, but it's important to quickly dump it into here. Here we go. The water pump has some storage. Alright. Again, I can't afford having storage willy-nilly now. Especially because I cannot rely on retrieving material. Alright. We have that now. Excellent. Yep, thirst was about to kick in and we are... Alright, this guy did not get enough water. At least these guys are getting a lot better, so... Happiness score, that's going up. We actually might want to put in another pump. Yeah, that's problematic. We are not getting enough water pumping. There we go. Now that we've recovered from that, we have 3 workers. That means we can start sparing 1 for food. That's not a super big optimization, but... Do I really want to go that way? No, let's actually give enough space for more housing over here. We're going to have to only put 1 at the moment. And then we're going to fill this area up with some crops here. In fact, we might even be a little cheeky and grab some of this area here as well. We are actually going to need to start. So we have dams. Dams would have to go roughly down here. So this is kind of the next critical project. Because I need to retain water, if anything else, for the crops. Gosh. I hate having to do it like this, but... Alright. Alright. With that solved, you're going to need that. Actually, you put you off lumberjack, and we will put you back onto here. I really don't want to have to cut this area down. But it might actually just be the next play. I don't like cutting down the pine, because you'll need the resin later on. But that's how it goes. Let's see what happens. Okay, hold on. I feel like you should be technically low priority. Because if I have anything that goes there, yeah, prioritize this one. That's a medium priority. You want this place filled up. This is actually a fairly important one to fill up. if you're actually active, you need to be here. Otherwise, yeah, we have at minimum 2 lumberjacks. Hi. You're full. Okay. At some point, I'm going to want to knock out this. I'm not going to expand our population until I'm sure I have a stable food supply. 4 days, gosh. Normally, I think by this point I would have been going for hydropower, but hmm, I have someone extra. Actually, I should have someone on inventor duty starting now, because I'm still going to need to eventually get things like, well, yeah, 4 server cars planks. How much is the power wheel versus water wheel? 20 versus 50. Yeah, they're going to eat the berries first. I'm really tempted. How full are we? Okay, we have folks who are not shopping because we have... Okay. That's a 2x2. I mean... That's fine. There we go. Now they're back to work. So... if your vet's there... These guys take, what, 1 per day? If 12 3-day shot will cost 64? It won't matter if I do get the... Huh? Ads? Alright then. You can hand that over to the beaver cooking in the kitchen. Alright, take a drink. Hello, Yuki? Yes. Timberborn again. And it's completely vanilla. going to eat Forrester.
And with a name, it comes to be.
You didn't specify. Okay. Who's the youngest here? Ah, you. Oops. Take him. How's Beaverlord tonight? She is doing mostly okay. A little, not quite tired, but work has been such that, how do I put this? You know the joke where the longer you stare at something, the worse it gets? Yeah. I want planks immediately. No. This is going to be his almost priority. The dam comes first. The dam must come first. Yeah, it's terrible. Thank for them taking Friday off because this has been madness. What to do an orange? Okay. You know what? Clear this. There we go. Now that we have this, we can dedicate an area. Now this can be farming. This would be our forestry. Day 7. Okay, we're not having a warning yet, so we have more time still. Actually, now I do need to try increasing the population. There we go. We have berries, we have carrots. And this is going to be important. We're actually going to need to start storing these. It's not much, but you gotta get it. There we go. There goes our food. Yeah, once we get this here, flags are going to be our biggest. Like, force is important. Levy? Kind of. I think the next big one is stairs. Gosh, even with 3 hands there, not picking up as much. I'm filling up pretty fast. Now, this is going to be a bit of a wild throw here. It's kind of, well, I wouldn't say a meme, but I have forgotten a lot regarding it. Keeping the beavers happy does have a profound effect. Uh-huh. And it sounds like a skill issue. Now, as much as we have, we're going to need to have one of these, aren't we? We'll just put it right here. Yeah, rooftop terrace is a thing, but because you still have to unlock stairs, it's, problematic. Now, the other thing is I could, if I really wanted to, drop a levee and put it right around here, but a levee. Alright, day 10, we might have 15 days total. I mean, the drought shouldn't be too bad. Okay, we actually need this running now. We're gonna run out of trees. We need to start getting planting now. You're done. We're also done. Got nothing else. Just remain on standby. I'm going to need you. That is actually the priority. You want to get the wine mill done first. The platform is kind of important because it will give me the ability to... Oh no, I don't need to... If I can just drop down, like, upstairs down here, I can easily just walk and continue doing the area. Building less workers? No, you don't. What's lacking? Alright, that's fine. I'm gonna put Forster. Let's say... Oh gosh, that's not vanilla. Remind me. Coated farm. Real does require that, but not power. Sunflower is used for what? Medicine? Oh, uses dandelion? Sunflower? Oh yeah, mud pit just no longer requires power. This is a crazy change. Hello, Sapphire. How are you doing? What? I did it. I almost dropped my drink. But it's okay. It's okay. Everything is okay. There's no need to panic. I'm not panicking. You're panicking. Are you doing, sis? Might actually want to. No, water's fine. Just need to... Please let this go. I've got all that nastiness, otherwise we good. Hey! such as... Yeah, I'm bristling at this. Do I really, really want to hit? Yeah. Oh gosh, that's where the plants are going. You probably put a small pile. Honestly, just gotta do it right there. As a props to baristas who work at sea, I can't imagine making a latte on the ground. It was like Earth takes 24/7. I mean, you get used to it. You get... What's going on here today? So, next week, I'm going to be playing Timberborn with a friend of mine, Dark Reflex. He's doing a sort of community thing and just hanging out with a lot of his other steamer friends, me included. And basically, you know, we're going to be playing the games that we're kind of well known for. And if you see the chat with Yuki calling me Beaver Lord, this is kind of the game I'm most known for, even though I'm not actually... My specialty is kind of shifted elsewhere. More factory, actually proper factory games, you know, Factorio, Satisfactory, Foundry, and the lot, which I have to get back to at some point. But, this is what I am infamous for. And basically, because I've played this a lot, I've used mods for a lot of things just to keep the gameplay fresh and sand out what I feel are rough edges. But I'm going to assume that Dirt is going to be playing completely vanilla. Therefore, we're just going to black this all out. Just to make it impossible for things to grow further. So I'm just having to reorient myself with how Vanilla Timberborn works again. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say eating it down to 2 bits. Fine, it's our water supply that's starting to hurt.
Have I forgotten to drink again?
Speaking of, let's take a drink. Alright, I'm going to put the Forester... It's tempting to put it here, but this is where I'd want another farmhouse to go. Having it in pairs is nice. I could put it here. I don't know. Alright, we'll put it here. And we are then going to make this entire area birch. I might want to put more in through here into... I want to call this the south just because that's the way things are facing, but I believe this is technically the south. Like, this is now facing north. You have 5 children. Which part do I add? 150. I can probably relax workers. I was using the flags. Okay. Again, just trying to make sure that nothing else grows here. Oh. It's my research at. There. Wooden stairs. Very integral. allows me to go into the river, allows me to enhance the water flow here, but that's going to take a lot of logs. And I could technically start putting an aquatic farmhouse here. Better Duck and cattails. Better Duck requires a grill, which not terrible. I could start putting things out through here, running this way. And I could aim for metal at this point. This needs gears. Gears is such a pain. Don't have a lot of excess work capacity either. That's our first death. Though. Huh. Yuki's the forester right here. And dandelion be eaten. I don't think dandelion can be eaten. Okay, they can't. This is so dandelion is going to be a late game when we're having to deal with where it can be kind of early-ish. Right, but the beavers can't eat it. Well, unfortunately, these beavers are what they are. All right. Can I afford to pop jump to grill? Not quite sure. Well, I'm still going to plant potatoes anyways. And if I remember correctly, grist mill requires power. Not much power, but still requires power. And bakery still requires wood. Hmm. See, that's the other problem. I can start doing artificial irrigation as well. Can I do artificial irrigation? No, I still need a bit more size to do the levee and then the fluid dump. Well, I can't begin artificial irrigation yet. Honestly, that means all of this area is probably going to have to be for trees. I mean, technically, yes, mine is more per day. I don't think I can 30 days for 8. No, what? Screw it. Let's go. It's an investment. But we're going to have... It's what's going to have to be. I need you to prioritize the birch. You can get the oak later. With this, we're starting to extend a lot. Not ideal, but... Once I unlock Zip Line, which is kind of mid-late-ish game, it'll be a lot easier to manage a lot of this. But yeah. We're going to shift lumber harvest to over here, as well as food harvest. We might even actually put, yeah, I can't reach this area easily. So it's just going to have to be this area here. I could... You have a lot of flat area back here. And it's actually... Even if you have the river come down here, it won't help a lot. It will hydrate maybe this much, but you're still going to have the strip right here that won't do well. Well, I could, and I have done in the past few runs, turn this area into a reservoir. That's kind of much later on. At some point, I'm going to have to put in floodgates here, and basically another set of floodgates at this junction here, so that when bad tide kicks in, all the flow gets redirected out this way. We'll shut off the 2 lumberjacks here. We're actually going to tell them to demolish these. It's not worth having them try and deal with that. Actually, prioritize these, please. Thank you. Carrots, campfire. The next thing what I can do... Yeah, this is going slow. Rot, 3 days. We're fine. We'll be fine. We need more science, that's the problem. In fact, we're going to need the water pump up here. The harvest is ongoing, but... Okay. You know, I have this. You can know, then there's the oak. Where is everyone? See, the carrots still need to be harvested. All of this is kind of necessary. I hate to put off. This is bad. Alright, still building, at least get this done. Taking so long with the forester. I may want to put in another forester. Let's do that. It's fine. I want you to prioritize the oak. I know I don't have any builders on me. Let's pause the lumber mills at 2 oaken beds, but these guys are taking a while to grow up. Alright. Turn that off. If this is high priority, this is high priority. Alright, what's Hill? Is those in? Yeah, you have that there. You'll be fine. Only the first spore that were born grew up. Oh, finally. Finally, they're growing up. And now I'm going to double my size production, and it's still not going to be enough. There's someone who needed work. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely going to need to start getting more beds in. We're about to have a huge population boom. We can ignore bad water for a little bit. It's just... Oh no. Oh no, I miscalculated. I forgot. I forgot to increase the supplies for water. It's fine. There's no one working on that anyways. days. That's an insane. I only expected 1 day. How'd it only be a 1 day drought? Yeah, this is normal mode. They're starting you off. That water is pumping. You don't have much else here? You can absorb that for a little bit. Well, that is going. I hate to do this. This is a long drive, and I don't like it. I mean, levee is kind of important. Miwok platform as well? The problem I had was windmill. That is not consistent enough. You really, really want gravity battery. 'Cause you're kind of hobbling yourself with windmill. Okay. This is something I forgot to do. I should have done earlier. Hauling post, right here. This is my workforce overflow. Basically, if you don't have a job, you are now a hauler. Planks, assume we're not getting any further planks. Wood is okay, it's just running out of lumber fast. This is incredibly long distance. I don't like it. This is far. I really shouldn't be doing this. That's way too far. I really shouldn't be doing that. But that's where I'm at. I'm gonna clear out this area. I'm gonna make more farmland here, as much as we can. You're out. Eh? Misty trees?
Very well money.
You got one more day of drought left. It looks like our water is okay for 3 days. Or at least this pool here. But it's going to have to extend much longer. ahead. Let's go with Levy. Next, followed by... Shower. Okay, that can go for shower. Hmm. No, I take that back. We need those people here. I'll go. We're in cycle 2 now. Well, our grove is starting to bear a little fruit. Ah. A contemplation spot. I'll actually just drop you down a little bit. Eat it. It's fine. I'm not gonna worry. It always was like that. Annoying when it happens, but... Hmm. Honestly, I just kind of want to save up and just get things like double large and go right to triple. Strictly speaking, triple's the only one that's worth it. Like, for real. Okay. Who's that well-being? Set you back up, we'll set you up.
Well, have I forgotten to drink again?
Yes, yeah, I should drink. Thanks for reminding me. How come we having the... Others will make productivity of one of these guys a lot better? I mean, the big alternative here. Don't like it? Hold on, how much is fluid dump? 250. We're already pressed for people as is. I I need to get these out ASAP. Okay. And I'm just doing this to prevent any growth. This just prevents things growing where I don't want them to grow because I'm intending to expand into here. Right. You're going to want to move on to gears at some point. That is the next major, item, although lucky is also a thing that's useful. Our plant production has been okay. We have potatoes. Could we start the cooking process now? Yeah, I keep thinking, oh, I can put water wheels over here, but no, I'm used to the progression. That's on the lanes map. Where you have the channel nearby that you could put all your industrials. Or, or, I can put stuff here. Yes, I can. Eureka. I never realized it, but yeah, just use this area for industrial. I mean, eventually you're going to want to straighten this area out, assuming you want to keep the bad water here. All right. We can. But I destroyed the slope, didn't I? Oh well. See, a levee is 12 logs, but a platform is 6. So it's less logs needed. So we're going to go for platform next. And we might shift our lumberjack operations to over here. We'll see if our water is going to be okay. Okay. Platform unlock. Then we start. Not thick as a dam. At some point I kind of... Where do I want to put a crossing? So I can do a crossing either here... I don't like this. I don't like this one bit. Oh gosh, that's... I totally forgot. I can keep the bad water running through here because... the contamination barrier only affects bad water. I forgot, because the iron teas affects most bad water and good water. I can keep these running and just artificially irrigate everything else here. That's the other thing I wanted. Prioritize this area to cut. How's that water looking? Our productivity is doing well because we do have haulers. Is Yuki still alive? Yep, he's still alive.
Very money.
Age 44, not bad. Yeah, one... Deprioritize this. I want you to get the... I want you to get this here, so that... I can clear this area out, and I can actually start using this as a reservoir. I don't age. I don't like this at all. Off. Lumber operations here. That's full. That's not as full. I am just lacking oh no. I don't need it. Hey, we had someone grow up. That's good. Lexi says you're not doing anything. Excellent, 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 excellent. Storage, a small warehouse full of grilled potatoes. There we go. There's the grilled potatoes. Their well-being is going to go up. And ironically, the more diverse foods that you have, the less, like... I don't need to expand the carrot fields because they're going to be eating grilled potatoes. And then we eat thus, they eat less carrots. Yeah, I'm keeping another threshold here. Sluice requires metal. Go for floodgate. Kind of. It's not super high priority. Yeah, I'm nearing a major... The reservoir isn't going to be as high priority. Shifting operations to here actually might be a better call. Yeah, because we're going to have entire line that way. I do want to use levee. Because it's going to restrict the flow, and the more restriction on the flow, the better. You know what? I'll do this instead. Gosh. I might move housing over here. Or I can put it more central. Having housing being central is kind of a good idea. However... Alright, that's it. The next research will actually go into the housing. Going to jump right to Triple Lodge. It's still going to be a while. What contamination barrier need again? It still needs metal. We can at some point start shooting towards metal. Pause that. We don't have enough. Only one empty bed. That old agent one was born. I kind of do want to get to the... If I'm doing this, I've never done a run like this, because most of the time I just ignore the bad water. And this was kind of like my big mistake in prior runs. I forget that bad water is still a power source. And a pretty good one, too. These guys... See, with that level of productivity... Yeah, I may want to open up another... Hey. Nothing yet. Nothing to haul, huh? $71 versus 195. Again, huge improvement. Should I say it again? Oh. Anyways. As mentioned, huge improvement. culturally, I should actually be able to start. I mean, yes. I don't know if it's a wise choice to force out a lot of this area into farming. I have a lot of space. Money. Blueberries are also used for medicine, isn't it? Right. Yes. Kind of deepish. I mean, I have this grove right here. I can probably, if I really, really wanted to. Or maybe I should. Start turning this into arboreal space. I have all of this here. That's the other thing. Chestnut maple. Fine. I do need that huge amount of space. Forestry. But I don't want to use... It might be a better solution long-term to dedicate this area to forestry. I might have to just level out this area eventually. Like, level out the 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 Badwater River, so to speak. Again, as hmm. Like, what could I do with the Badwater? You get a super high tower and then just drop it. Because I don't have free flows mod, I'm actually kind of somewhat capped in terms of my capabilities to, like, the maximum speeds here. Oh, there goes the ads.
Don't give that to me. Find one of my familiars and dump it on them.
Bring up. I mean, yeah, my issue is I'm just waiting on that science. I need more population. But, hey, I need more population so I can divert it to science. But I need more science in order to get more population. I don't want to build... Actually, hold on. No, come back here. Hear this place out. There we go. Chocolate. Now. There's two ways I can do this. The most expensive way is going to just rely on a lot of planks. I mean, I could use the natural terrain and do stuff like putting it here, but that's going to put it way too far. Again, I don't have explosives, so nuts to that. Welcome back from ads, everyone. So we've just unlocked Triple Lodge. We can now start pushing a lot more into building our population. We have food. We have lots of food. Milk, we're fine on food. We actually need a bit more water. And the next thing I think should be... Okay. Perfect. I'm an idiot. I totally forgot that I need to have this area clear in order for the... We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It'll be okay. Eventually, I'm gonna move these. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Actually, if I start demolishing this... So, we're going to focus on growing population for a little bit. Yeah, we might want to move the, expand potato production. Let's do that. We're gonna clear this planting area. We're gonna place it with more potatoes. On the other hand, we are going to clear out this bit right here. And we're going to plant carrots. Focus on the harvest. Luckily, they have nothing to do. Put someone there. I could... No, wait, hold on. Does gristmill requires power. However... 60 horsepower is actually not bad. 262. Immediate results. Super high priority, gentlemen. I wonder what's taking them so long. Okay, non-antibiotic is good. I want you to actually cover this ASAP. I will ask more potatoes. Nine open beds. That's good. Again, priority for this. You're actually going to want to put in however, I will pause that. For now, we may want to have an area open. A blind station is a UI2. We'll make it a 3x3 just so I have options. But this is going to be a major thing. And I realize I messed up by putting this here. Zipline's not going to be for a good while. Reduce to trot. Right. I don't think I have enough time for that. But years in here. You're killed. Harvest, please. Focus on harvest if you can. But yeah, that's a question. Where am I gonna store all this? We're not going to get enough water, are we? It's a good thing I left space open for this. You're going to be a lower priority. We're going to store more water here. Keep messing up. I keep forgetting where does the potato go? It goes over right there. We got one more day left. When the drought kicks in, we're going to shift people over. No good. No good at all. Again. This is a huge investment. I could dismantle this. Again, I'm not using it anymore because I have the river back here. Huh. And I fear it's still not enough. Three days, again. Our current rate will be fine with 3 days. Yeah, we're retaining water here. Ultimately, we're going to want to have to retain water here at every step. That'll be bit by bit. Alright. We're lost priority. We're also kind of low on priority. Okay, I take this back. You are now high priority. Along with this housing. Probably going to have to... We can... They repurpose maybe this area as a sort of social space. Where we have all the food.
And with a name, it comes to be.
I messed up. I can't do... Power wheel. I don't want to. Aren't you clever, huh? One more day. We're stuck at this calculation for a little bit. Oh, if you're still cutting, that's fine. Maybe one day. Perhaps. But not necessarily now. Hold on. How much is... Okay, I know the ads just went. I'm going to need to take a moment. I'm getting a little dizzy. I need to get a bit of a drink. But yeah, this has taken a lot of brain power more than I thought it would. It is actually going far better than I thought it would. But I'll be just right back. Sounds like a skill issue. By the way, Yuki, I heard that. I heard that. You've got half a day left. Please get rid of this. Again, continue the, plantation of oak. Quick, yeah. Run. Try out and run your divine punishments, will you?
Well, have I forgotten to drink again? Has the day... Stop running! Get back here and face your divine judgment! Bloody hell, why do you do this to me?
Okay. So we have some metal unders there. We have another threshold that we can hit. The absolute gate, kind of lower priority. We have medium tank. What's anything else that I can unlock? Fluid dump, I'm actually in a position to get. However, that is still a lower priority. I'm not doing weak dust yet. However, well, Yuki, I kind of need more ideas for voice lines. If there's any other, things that you want to say or anything clickable, or anything from past clips you really want to hear again, just tell me. Hi. Honestly, grist mill might be really good. But let me tell you, bakery bread is one of the most ridiculously powerful. Once you hit bread for the beavers, your food goes crazy. Japanese? I'll think of something then. Alright, first priority is still water. Though, we can actually go for bread. I've never gone to bread this early. That might be interesting. There we go. What's it going to take? Shockingly, not too many gears. Higher priority, higher priority. Not getting a lot of... Yeah. Mm. Not good. But it's what we got. Until we can get that form made. We're stuck here. Yeah, wheat to bread is still like a longer process. You need the gristmill, you need the bakery. But it feeds so much. You get to cattail crackers, and then you get to... lots of stuff. Lots of good stuff. Tito. Excellent. Now we can open that up. And actually, what you need to open this. Hello, Kane. How are you doing this wonderful evening? Idiot. Idiot. Never... we're burning such trees fast. Still not ready. Didn't know Hockey doing well too. Not great, not terrible. I'm glad I'm taking Friday off. Because my work has been, well, as I've said before, the longer you look, the worse it gets. Am I chewing soup? It's the planks. Darn it, I don't like having to run them through here, but it's all I got. Yeah, that's not good. None of this is good here. And I'm pretty much out of anything that's nearby. I think after fluid dump, I should push to metal. Because once I get to metal, that unlocks a lot of other things for me. And I think I'm going to start pushing for zip line. That'll be zip line and probably floodgate might be another good one. We might want to actually do floodgate next. Because again, the goal of floodgate will be to push out in case of bad tide. This is a huge gamble, I won't lie. But until I have dynamite, this is the best I can run. This is how I'm gonna have to fill the reservoir.
Marivologari.
I forgot that highlight that area. Like that. It's going. Prioritize this. How much is the... And you're up. Finally, are getting a return on the... Right, first mill. We'll actually go right here. Yep, there it is. The work is paying off now. Ah, a risky bet, but it paid off. How much is floodgate? Okay, we'll get to floodgate here, and then we're gonna plan out how to run the floodgate. Alright, now we have floodgate.
I swear, I just had a drink.
Really? Cool down already. Go? Ah, Take a drink. Should taken. Food needs to restabilize. Meat is still going. Honestly, I can probably go for a little more wheat. Wait, okay. This is a drop off point here, followed by. Where's our shut off? Honestly, I'd want to make the shut off actually. Here? Do one by one, sure, I do one by one there. Was you out? Followed by. Ripped off? Huh? What do you mean ripped off? Huh? It didn't work? Really, what's going... Oh gosh. Okay. Okay, I know what the issue is. It's... Right, so... YouTube Studio had me relog into Twitch. It didn't properly... I probably should have restarted YouTube Studio after that, but yeah, it's a YouTube Studio issue. That's bad. What can he pull us through? I guess I can ease up on one of these, but... Maybe put a few more lumberjacks here. You know, this and this. Prioritize. Prioritize. And the wild thing is... Oh, wait. Yep, you're still going. You guys are still going. It's slowly getting you there. Anyways, Aura, how are you doing? I know things have been a bit... frustrating lately. Yeah. I understand. We're the last priority here. I doctor advised him to see my primary, have them order the testing of the... medical UIA right there. Oh, yeah, now you want to fill in those bloody rolls. Okay. How's our power looking? 524. Good. We're nearing the bread point. That's shocking. But I now has a... You... Actually, no. You prioritize harvest. Harvest the potato. Right. My next try was to meddle... Yeah. That's... I don't know if problem is the right term. The thing with, folktales is that you need a lot of trees because they... A lot of their products are just tree products. Oh, hold on. Now that I have fluid dump, I can use artificial irrigation. Okay. Only forgot I can do that now. And I need thick beds. A medical bed. Yes. We'll put you right here. Oh boy. We're now having workplace injuries again. So yeah, our next drive is going to be towards middle so that we can... Which is closer? See, this middle is going to be inaccessible. The 11. Yes, probably going to be this. And drive right up to the metal. The good potatoes just and spattered off. Beds are fine. I realize I should have done this instead. Having this area opened up for the zip line means the builders, the haulers can go anywhere. On the other hand, having that there, it's helpful. I may want to, build another hauling post. It's not a bad idea at this point. We are going to need to start the drive towards, what's metal, Sue? I actually want to prioritize... Oh, there we are. Here it is. That's it. Grist mill is right here, followed by bakery. Let's go. Yeah, we had the gears, we have the planks, we have the materials for this. Everyone's gonna need to have more. I could go for Lido. Brought 3 days, okay. We're fine. We don't need to worry about bad water then. I'm shocked by the relative lack of injuries. Bingo. We flower.
Was this supposed to be for Atria?
Drink. Ah. There we go. Is the grist mill running? Got our first wheat coming in. We need 1 per hour. Yeah, so a single grist mill can feed 2 bakeries. Another drink. Another drink is said. I don't know if I should kind of go for a drive towards... I should hit refineries at some point. 400. Yeah, observatory's a big one. But refinery, bot factory... Refinery's actually probably something I should be... Oh no, that's yet. I cannot hit it yet. There we go. That's our first bread. Bread's going through now. The 4 foodstuffs. And yeah, that is kind of the big trick of folktales. Oh, darn it. Miscalculated. Oh, that wouldn't matter. It's fine. Thank you, God. Again, not super high priority. Oh, right. I forgot to tell you, prioritize week, please. Wait, grilled potatoes is full? Still be a while for this one. But again, the oaks here have paid off handsomely. I just... Bloody hell. That's it. Okay, we're not going to do that just yet. Days. Oh, how much power do you need? You need 60. Okay, you get the distinction. Even at the graded performance. Like, I still need you running, my friend. Hey, where are you? Get running. You know, I think I might actually just drive through to... Okay, we have access then. Just surprising. Yeah, they all grew up at once. That one isn't ready yet. Okay. Yeah, we'll drive towards the observatory. If I remember correctly. Do you want... You get four beavers for our... Yeah, it absolutely blows away the efficiency of an inventor. Wait, hold on. An inventor requires iron resin. A taco shack requires... That's actually not bad. But that does mean I need to start planting pine. Where would that go? doing okay with water. We're doing okay with a lot of things. Probably should go for another medium tank here of water. Ah, there goes hands. Yeah, we're still pumping so much here. I mean, ultimately, the best thing to do is just have a huge amount of large tanks that would just store so much, like 12,000. Absolutely blues. That's worth 4 of these. And yeah, for a smaller footprint, worth 4 more. It's a lot. Plus, is to have the... You can never have too much water storage. Because the later droughts are going to get absolutely brutal. And if you're trying to maintain, well... Okay. At some point, maybe we want to shore this up. Wouldn't it be a bad idea? That'll be storage. That will be... Welcome back from ads, everyone. Slowly, steadily, surely. We're going to be running out of water here. 6 days is the limit then. So, want to hear something nuts? Go on. What is the crazy thing? Actually, we'll close this out. Why is ours? I've made no money in ad. What? How? That's strange. Odd. I... Seriously? What? Why? Oh, what would that matter? That's just really dumb. Like, why should that matter? Well, it's too late. Oh no. Peter's going to die. The wheat's going to die. We have enough food. Earth's dying. Hey. The 6 days is clearly not enough. I'll take the hit here, it's fine. We have people who can cover the loss anyways. A secret trick to no ads, though? What do you mean? Well, I'm pretty sure I still get ads whenever I watched her. Or maybe not, because I don't have any... I may have a sub for her. Material missing. Legs. Okay, demolish. You are now at minimal priority. Well, I'm calling me curious, but how do you know it's because of that tag? Not that I doubt you. I'm just curious as, again, how you would know. Hey, we're back. I mean, yes, food. We're more than good on food. She's being as attacked from a sure content is normal. So, is it like once you put in the egg, it was definitely... You saw like all your ad revenue drop off? I've had ad revenue in all my time streaming. And I'm running ads a lot. You should be getting ads. That's really dumb. That really should not be a thing. Pepper Shack, course. That. Ever. Again, I totally get that. See, that just takes resin. I'm not going to get for another 19 days, and not in this cycle. So I might be able to just... start working on metal? Yeah. Underground pile's actually a really, really silly thing you can cheese. Yeah. I've never really took a very close look at my ad revenue, to be honest. I probably should. Food is going way, way too well. Prioritize this, please. Prioritize this. I know it's a far run, but what's going to have to happen? We'll need the smelter too. Nashuma, what are you doing? Ah. This has been shockingly stressful. I'm good, how are you? I have an actual headache from work. I still have it now, it's just... work to be like that. Bad water, bad water, bad water. So, I'm actually running through a run of Timberborn in prep for next week, really. I'll be showing this, I'll be doing a stream with a friend, Dirk Reflex, and he's gonna be trying it out too. And I just want to make sure I knocked off all the metaphorical rust before doing this. Yeah, I mean, actually, legit want... Oh, hold on. Yes. Now... And I realize I made a dumb mistake here. Well, that'll into explosives factory into... Yeah, that's how it's gonna have to go. Middle to explosives factory to dynamite. We'll cut through right here. We're going to need to handle this. The far run. Triple floodgate, the correct one. Yes. think that needs a... Okay. This is going to be a moderately low priority. Lowest priority. Get to this if you don't have anything else to do. Project. You are actually a higher priority. I need to finish this now. Ah. Struggling so much right now. It's not organized, but it's better than nothing. We are now
I
driving
don't need
towards...
this many drinks. One more won't hurt.
Yeah, take a drink. We should be able to hit them towards observatory. I just realized we may not have enough power. Let's check the power demand. Let that recover. High priority demo here. You know... Lowest priority. And that's going to drain a lot of my... You know, we lost a lot of potatoes, but everything else seems to be fine in terms of food. Our water situation is holding steady. Thanks, gears, scrap metal. Hmm. And like my population situation right now, I could pull people down from middle processing. What are your other priorities then? Big face doing?
Ah, Bolivada.
We're still building the smelter. I guess that's the other problem I have had. Well, 700. So much for making a drive towards that. Oh, thank you. And thank you for reminding me to put my hat back on. never figured it would be this stressful. To be running this. In a sense, it's largely stressful because I'm like, okay, I know I don't have the luxuries I usually have. I have to be careful. I can't be reckless. Even... Yeah, this is a very, very slow burn. We're getting there. We'll get there. Smelter is still... Why are you taking forever and a day? There, finally. What are you not doing? Well, this 108. You're going. You actually may need to bump up the priority of this one. But it's not gonna work until we get... Yeah, we're still far from... Bingo. So far. That's fine. Lumber is doing okay. You're joking. It's just too far. Lowest priority, lowest priority, lowest priority. Do not. Alright, Iki, thank you for coming by. Speak well. Next priority. I curse thee. May every Wi-Fi signal fluctuate in your presence. Well, here's the thing. That beaver has... There's no Wi-Fi here, so... That's not gonna affect the beer at all.
Was this supposed to be for Atria?
God. Oh my god. Why does it take you so long? Do I actually need to do this? I resisted for so long. I do not do
I
the
curse thee.
builder's huts.
May every torrent you find become seedless.
Aren't you a clever little thing, aren't you, huh? Iki, little git. I suppose you think you're clever, huh? Oh boy.
I curse thee. May your headphone cables require bending to work.
I'm not sure if this is the correct one right there, but I was going to time you up for like 5 seconds. Okay. This is about critical. I'm sorry, we just hit critical. Shake my head, Yuki. Okay, just at that point, I'm gonna ask you to stop right there. critical. You only have 1 day left, gentlemen. Okay. I'm calling 24-hour shift next run. I don't think you gentlemen understand how critical this operation is right now. We may not make it. Running out of time, gentlemen. We've got 2 more to go. Time's up. You didn't make it. You failed, gentlemen. You utterly failed. Then I don't think you understand how bad this is. Right. We're going to actually put pump stations here. In fact, we're actually going to stop this operation and use this here instead. Even at reduced levels. Gentlemen, you really don't realize how much you messed up, huh? Ended. You idiots.
Mga kararo.
Unbelievable. Absolute idiots.
Marabara.
I can only shake my head in disappointment. Oh, and now we can actually get. At least we're ready for the bad tide. Cease your production. We can actually not do that. Hmm. Was that resolved? Oh, great. I don't know if I can... Yeah, it just needs the metal blocks now. No good, no good. Okay, so once this trot passes, and I've gotten the zip lines up, I think I'll call it a night there. We don't have any more planks. That's a little problematic. Water here is still holding. I'm not going to push for more population just yet. Not gonna lie, I'm really angry. That these guys did not properly prioritize the final dam back there. No, let's do it. Yeah, just the slow pace of the metal blocks is kind of hurting real badly. I mean, once the draw is over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, we might be able to survive with this right there. Hmm. Oh wait, hold up. I didn't realize I shut you off for a moment. Manulat, you can survive for another half day, can't you? Our food supply is steady. This is not even a problem. I wanted to use this as a... Call it a night here, gentlemen? Alright, and we're back in. Wait, I can shut off. These builders here. Put in some housing here.
They go.
Actually, no. What I'll do... I can't fit two, can I? Then one at each side. I should start investing in windmills and gravity batteries, though. There we are. Gosh, it wasn't until the end of day one that I was able to get this. First days. There we go. Come on now, train out. Thank you. That's a lot of open spaces. Why? I don't have anyone to pick up any significant guy off.
It's not that I thought was there was going to be one.
Okay. Steady breathing, steady breathing. You'll be okay, you'll be okay, do not panic. I'm not gonna lie, I really do have a headache here. Again, now you can see how much I can green the place. Come on, get the observatory up. You can do this. Ah. The next drive was for explosive factory, which means bad water, means I need a bad water pumped. injured, that's fine. A lot of kids. Yeah, I know it's not an ideal thing, but... there we are. Observatory is live. That means we can shut you off. And reclaim that space. And also... how much is another one? Make a second observatory. I know will have, again, a huge... Alright, if you lot aren't going to be doing anything because I have too much lumber... that's fine, that's fine. Let's start with Floodgate. Right to here. Well, that does maintain a... oh! Ah! That's actually completely level. Now, the next issue, per se... what is our next target? I think our biggest problem is... oh yeah, we're going to go for... unemployed, huh? Well, I've got quite a bit of those here. And now that there's no more... no need for all of that. How about this, gentlemen? Come on, 2 more metal blocks, and that will solve a huge amount of my logistical issues. Like, a real good chunk of my logistical issues would just evaporate. That. Come on, 2 more metal blocks. Well, I should pause this. Why did you take so long? There we are. Now we just need the metal blocks for there. These lots are just... are they so dumb? Okay. The Now to explosive factory, which I will have to dump somewhere around here.
Know what?
Okay, if we're going to finish that, fine. Then I need to redirect all the planks to here. Pause that. Another water wheel here.
Gosh. Dodgingly. We may need more carrots.
And dynamite is going to be the next one.
Hmm.
Like that. We have that running. We have this up as well. Observatory actually can go now. And next to observatory will go the Blizzard's factory. Just like that. It's so satisfying to see them run like this. It just needs metal blocks. This needs metal blocks. Alright, there goes the ad break. As long as they're not sitting around, they are sitting around. Well, it's because they not much left to do. Yes, that's feeding my gears. Hmm. But even so, Now this is where things start getting very fast. Woodwork. I will need wood workshop. Okay, wood workshop is the next one. I would actually, if I wanted, I think what I should do is I should put the excavator up here. And once it's dug a significant amount, I will put the gravity batteries up there. Alright, 2 more. That's 2 more. Hello, Lorenzo. How are you doing this evening? Not quite after. I will have to designate these. Bit by bit. There we are. Was that completed? We can now redirect the metal blocks into that water pump. Excellent. So in formal working hours, the bad water pump will be up. And now it's going to take 15 times 4, 60 working hours. Oh gosh. I don't think I'll make it this cycle. In the meantime, oh, I messed up. I messed up badly. Oh, that was a very, very bad mess up. Oh, that's a terrible, terrible, terrible mistake I've made. Oh, Lorenzo, I'm not sure if you were able to hear me, but hello again. How are you doing this evening? Perfect. This way, we're just gonna start bumping up quality of life as we can. This wood is fine, it's stable. Carrots can definitely use more carrots, but I'm just spamming these where I can. Oh, why are my... It's not enough? Huh? Wasn't enough? Why was it not enough? I thought would be enough. Now, logs, planks. The trying our best, folks. We're trying our best. But why are we... Who? Oh, that's why. Haha. Silly me. You know? I could swap this out. Hold up. Oh, water. How are we out of water? Did my population just outstrip the... water consumption? It did. Darn it. That requires metal blocks. Now the smelter has become... a severe... It's become a severe detriment. Okay, with all the pumps back online, we're doing okay now. We definitely have enough lumber for this. I know. I know you don't have that. I really don't like the boom and bust cycles of my population. I think we're a little more prepared. But yeah. I won't be able to complete this in time. There's no way. It's just going to have to be a reservoir as such like this. So in the meantime... this is the best we got. Just span the area with these. Even then, who's using my gears? I don't think any construction is using the gears. Not at this point. Oh, gosh. The other issue is... Hmm. I mean, what is the most consistently high place that we can stick this? That is connected to our... No, this won't work. And that won't work either because it is... Oh, it did drop. It doesn't matter if it's water. I highly doubt it'll be... much. Yeah, we're going to have to do something. Even out our power consumption. Basically just trying to help as much as I can with... flow here. Just improve the flow without overwhelming. Yeah, this is all hands on deck, isn't it? Get as much water as we can. Honestly, I may just want to move my entire pump apparatus here. Alright, go, go, go. I can't believe I didn't mark this area properly. Mm. I don't need you running. That's it. That's this coal. All those pumps are going to there. Are not going to transfer those pumps out. I'm just going to try and maintain this as much as possible. Even if it means sacrificing. You know what? Open up. I made 20%. Really is very little we can do. I guess all I can ask for is just to live long enough through this drought. I don't need a district crossing, not with not with those anymore. Wood workshop is also a thing I can do. Like melted books. I can use beehive. That would be an absurd boost. Well, I could use the refinery. It's going to take a lot more. Probably going to have to... Herbalist Agora. Okay. Windmills. Hi, Don Quixote. Let's go tilting, shall we? We have planks. We'll be fine. We'll activate you. So this is something you can do. There's a very cheeky trick to this one. Narzra House. What are we straining in terms of loots? I mean, we most definitely can large warehouse. Ito's bread. Oh. Whoops. That's why, huh? We're maintaining. Like it, but we are maintaining ourselves. What is the metal blocks used for? We're almost to getting the... Almost to explosives. We are going to need centrifuge. Overhang is useful, but it costs metal. Detailer. The dance hall is actually pretty good, but again, it's expensive. And the mud pit are something I can't get quite yet. Excavator is there, but I do need to go to wood workshop at this point. It is something that I cannot do quite yet. Too low in water. Well, nothing else I can drop you out into there. There's nothing I can do, can I? I mean... anything I build now... it needs metal. It needs lots of metal. Oh dear. Okay, so... well, that takes in the background. Let's go ahead, let's find someone to raid. Let's see. We have Harky, Rekai. I think we just raided Rekai recently. Yesterday, even. Mycelia. And you know what? Let's raid Dirk. I see Dirk. Well, wait, is Sister hadn't guessed? No. Yep, okay. We're raiding Dirk. So, how do I put this? Tomorrow, it's going to be a power wash sim with Atria. Exciting, isn't it? You're getting the new stuff, and I don't think there's too much else beyond that. We have a raid message right here. Go ahead and tell Dirk that Techno Uchinawa has once more begun. He's currently playing Battlefield 6, which is... I hear it's okay. This one... skin aside. Oh well. It is what it is. It still needs gears. Well... yeah. Good grief. You know what, I'm not going to try and run out the timer for the raid. And it's pretty late, and I don't think I have much else. Just look forward to Power Wash tomorrow. Alright, as always, it's a pleasure to have you here, travelers. But, until I see you again, safe travels.